Yo, what's up? It's your boy Nitro Hot Fire here. Welcome to Nerd Torch TV, your spot for anime, comics, and gaming. And today I want to talk about what I think, in my opinion, is the worst superpower of all time. And that is the fact that I just hate it when superpower beings manifest structures out of thin air. I mean, superpowers are fiction, of course, but the thing about fiction is a lot of times when it's written, it's at least believable or in a way it makes sense. Now, the argument about a lot of superpowers is the fact that, I guess you could argue that a lot of it doesn't make sense. But I really want to focus on the times where superpower beings have actually just manifested full structures out of thin air, like entire building. Now, I have two people I want to just call to the stand, if you will, today, and that is Apocalypse from X-Men and also the Disney princess Elsa from the movie Frozen. Now, to start things off, we're going to talk about the Disney princess from the movie Frozen, Elsa. If you've seen the movie, Elsa has ice powers, and if you watch the scene where she was singing the song Let It Go, she spent a lot of her time in that song shooting her ice powers everywhere, designing different things with her ice powers and making things, including an ice castle. My issue with this is the fact that Elsa didn't have much practice with her ice powers, first of all, and yet she was able to manifest an entire castle. But if you want to look at that even on a deeper level, the fact that she didn't have practice, she was able to manifest an entire castle, and not only that, she is not an architect. She's a teenage girl with ice powers, so that way it doesn't make sense for her to even understand the structural integrity of an entire building. Like, if you trusted a teenage girl to build a castle, you should expect it to fall later on its own, just because she doesn't know what she's doing. I think it's more than safe to say that there's so much detail that goes into building any type of structure that a teenage girl would not be able to do it on her own without any guidance from anyone. Now, for the next example, we're gonna look at XMen Apocalypse, where Apocalypse actually breaks down other buildings and spawns a pyramid out of nowhere. Now, could you imagine how much architectural knowledge it would take for a single person to build or design an entire pyramid that size, or in general that looks that way? Like, the only characters that I can even think of that I can give credit to even knowing how to build structures and buildings would be those characters from the anime Full Metal Alchemist. And creating things and building things out of thin air is pretty much what they do. That's the entirety of what they do. Now, if you follow the anime for Full Metal Alchemist, you would know that Edward Elric is actually a genius, which is why he's missing one of his limbs. But that's a video for another day. My whole point in making this video is the fact that this is not an issue that happens with just these two characters that I pointed out. This is something that goes on a regular basis. To me, it just doesn't make sense for you to make your character manifest an entire building out of nowhere. Now, I can admit that Apocalypse, is supposed to be like a genius level intellect, and he's supposed to be a god and everything, but at the same time, it just breaks down to a matter of knowledge. Like, just because you have all this ominous power, or you're just this powerful being, doesn't mean you even understand how structural integrity of a building works. Because if you build a house and you don't know what you're doing, the house will fall, because you need to know where your supports need to go and things of that nature. So let me know in the comment section down below if this was something you've noticed before I pointed it out, or if this is something that I am just now bringing to your attention. I'd love to know what you guys think, and make sure you subscribe if you have not yet already. Also, hit the like button, and make sure you go to nerdtorch.com for nerd t-shirts and other nerd gear. It's your boy Nitro Hot Fire, and I'm out. Peace.